Hey guys, and welcome back to MTG with Luke G. I'm your host, Luke G, and I want to go ahead and go right into red. What cards to draft for red? And we start out with the first pick slash bombs now, and then go to the rest of the stuff. Not all first picks are bombs, but all bombs are first picks. And if that's confusing for you, I'm sorry. Anyways, let's get into them here. Faithless Looting. 1. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, and it has flashback. Wow. To see this in red alone is just astounding. This card is huge. Now, granted, it's not something you want to have 4 of in your deck. If you get 2 of these, awesome. Because it does have flashback. So if you had 4 in your deck, you're going to do this 8 times. Which means you're going to draw 16 cards and discard 16 cards. Granted, it's going to get you to your wins faster, but in some situations it could be bad for drafting anyways. This card's going to be huge in constructed. Guarantee it. Calling that right now. Next card. Hellrider. 4 for a 3/3 with haste. Not bad, but it gets better. Whenever a creature you control attacks, Hellrider deals 1 damage to the defending player. Wow. You don't even have to actually do damage with those creatures. You could have 10 1/1s and just swing. Oh, you automatically take 10 damage before blocks. What the hell? That's crazy. The fact that it costs 4 and you can get this out early and put some damage through, if you get this card, your deck is going to be improved by a lot. Next, we have our famous Fireball Dragon, whereas a 6 for a 5/5 flyer. You pay 1. Each creature you control gets 1+0 until end of turn. Used to be back in the day that just him would get 1+0. This is a huge card. It's a mythic rare. I don't see it being used really in constructed, but you never know. But this card is huge. Look at that. Each creature you control gets 1+0 until end of turn. Really? That doesn't even seem fair. Just to have a 5/5 flyer for 6 alone is pretty decent. But to have that, that's crazy. You get this guy, it's pretty much 1 swing and they're dead. It's crazy. You can take them from 20% 200, or you can take them from 20 health to 0 super quick. Next card here. I really like this guy. Markov Blademaster. Now it costs 3 for a 1/1 with double strike. So you're saying, that's not too great. But check out this. Whenever he deals damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on it. That's interesting. Now I'm going to tell you why that's really interesting. When you attack, when you have double strike, you deal damage in 2 ways. You first do first strike damage, and then you do regular strike then you do regular damage. So what's going to happen is you're going to swing. He says no blockers. He's a 1/1. He first takes 1 damage. That's going to put him to 19, and then you automatically get a counter because you just did damage before the next damage goes through. The static ability, it happens right away. Then boom, he takes 2 right there. So he takes 3 right off the bat. The next time you attack, it's going to be even higher. This creature just gets bigger and bigger. I'm really looking forward to seeing this creature in one of my packs because he can win you the game by himself. Contenders here, these cards, like I said in the other videos, these cards aren't actually first picks. If you see those first 4 first, you want to pick those first. But if you do get these cards, these are also nice to have too. So here we go. I'm not really huge about the transforming cards. A lot of them are pretty decent, but a lot of them are really crappy. This card in particular is not too bad. 4 for a 3/2, which is decent. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, if no spells are cast, transform over. We've seen that before. But then it gets better. 5/5. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, this creature deals 2 damage to that player. That's huge. If this guy doesn't transform, and he just keeps casting spells and crap, you're still doing damage to him, but you have a 5/5 already. So that's a pretty decent card. I like it. Next, Increasing Vengeance. It costs 2. You can copy an instant or sorcery you control. If Increasing Vengeance was cast in the graveyard, copy it twice. So let's say, you have a card that, like a shock, that does 2 damage, and you copy it from the graveyard, and then it does at 6. So pretty much for 6 mana, you're doing 6 damage. So that's not too bad. The fact that it says only you is kind of a downside. It should, if it was like copy any spell, that would be good. But the fact that it's only you, I'm not gonna. This card here, I would rather you have structure to your deck before grabbing cards like this. Now it is a rare, so you're probably only going to see one of them. But still, there are other cards you want to grab before this one. Burning Oil 2, instant. Burning Oil deals 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. I got excited because I thought it was another Volcanic Hammer, where it just do 3 damage to target creature or player. But unfortunately, it's attacking or blocking creature. It does have flashback though, which does make it a little interesting because red and white are both very strong colors in drafting. So look for this card to be pretty decent. And we got even more. I do like red. The set is pretty decent. Now check this out. Enchanted Player. If a source would deal damage to Enchanted Player, it deals double that damage to the player instead. That's crazy. If you have a spell that, you know, like this one spell way at the end here, Fling, you sacrifice a creature. Let's say you sacrifice this 4/2 guy right here. Boom, he takes 4 damage, but he takes double that damage. He takes 8 damage for you paying 2 mana. I'm typically not a crazy person about these enchantments and these enchant players, but this is pretty decent. It does cost 5, which kind of sucks. I wish it would cost like 3 or something like that. But once again, you can't have everything you want. Next card here, we got another Vampire. Same thing vampires have been doing forever. This guy costs 3 for a 2/1 with haste. I like that. He gets out quick. He does some damage quick. And the reason you want him to do damage quick is because he builds counters for when he does damage. That's huge. Just keeps getting better, keeps getting stronger, and it's a common. So you're going to see this card a lot. And you don't want to grab too many of them because you don't want to be drawing. You don't want to be playing this card like turn 5 and putting a 2/1 haste into play. That would kind of suck. So don't get too many of them. The general rule is if you play 4 of them, you're probably gonna have 1 in your opening hand, and you're probably gonna draw another one about 6 turns later. So be careful about that. Don't want to go crazy. I would say 3 at the most in your deck. Next, Flayer of the Hatebound. 6 for a 4/2 with Undying. Okay, so he comes back and he can be a 5/3. What else does he do? Whenever Flayer of the Hatebound or another creature enters the battlefield from your graveyard, that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. That's not bad. Let's say you had this card, and then you had that black card we saw from the last set, Zombie Apocalypse. You bring a bunch of zombies into play, boom, they're taking crazy damage. Let's say you bring 6 creatures into play and they're all 2/2s. He just took 12 damage for them just coming into play. That's huge. There's other cards that are also cool that give your creatures Undying. So, say you chump block with your 5/4 guy, and he goes into the graveyard and comes back as a 6/4. Boom, that guy takes 6 damage because of this card. There's a lot of Undying cards, so if you get a lot of Undying cards in your deck, this guy is definitely a good addition. Next, we have Fling, like I talked about earlier. It's huge. You sacrifice a creature, you deal damage to a creature or player according to its power. So, definitely a good utility to have. It is a common, so look for that card. I always like that card to finish people off because let's say, let's say someone attacks and you go, okay, well I'm gonna block right here, and then you say before damage, sacrifice him, and boom, do damage straight to your face. So that's also really nice to use. That's a little trick that if you didn't know about, it's nice. But that's all for red, guys, and I want to go ahead and get into the next video now, so look for that. It's going to be a little different. It's going to be green and other. It's going to be, because there wasn't a lot of crazy green cards that I was looking at, but it's going to be a little bit longer video, and I hope you like it, and I hope you like these videos, and remember to favorite and like and all that if you did like these videos, and make sure you subscribe too because I put out videos all the time. Alright guys, until next time, I'll see you later.